Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. We've got a lot of things to talk about today, so we'll go ahead and get started here. This first video that I want to show you captures a very, very strange UFO recorded in Markham, Ontario. So I got an email who said that himself and his father were driving to work one morning when they spotted this large, strange object hovering, moving, and rotating at some points outside of their vehicle in the distance. And they said they weren't sure what it was. The object was very far away, according to them, but it was enormous, as you just saw in this video. So he sent it on over, and this object, whatever it is, it's definitely outside of the vehicle. At times, you can see it passing behind the streetlight poles, the trees, the overpass, and this thing is pretty big, and it's in the distance, and it's, yeah, very strange shape, size. I have no idea. Markham, Ontario. Anybody out there in Markham, Ontario see this thing, or can at least shed some light on what it might be. But it does not look like anything that I would think that would have a purpose, a man-made purpose. So, very, very strange. Big thanks to David for emailing me this footage. What do you guys think? Now, I want to show you another video here, which once again captures one of these strange balls of light that are attracted to these thunderstorms. And we have done videos on this in the past where these objects will appear near thunder and lightning as if to siphon energy from these storms. I mean, in fact, we've seen them doing this before. It's the same concept as when we see these large circular objects sucking plasma from the sun. It's the same concept. And we have a new video here that was actually posted back in 2014, but the source of the video finally found our channel and sent it to me because he had seen our other videos, and we had actually never seen this video before. So go ahead and check this out.
Good. I'm in the backyard. I think I see a UFO. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, it's like a blue light in the sky. There's a blue dot in the sky. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just sitting there. Looks like it's going to rain. It's lightning too. Huh. Anyway, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. Alright. Huh? Yeah, everything's fine, but this thing's moving. I am taking video. I'm taking video right now, but... Ooh, it's lightning pretty good, too. Okay. Wait, how's work? Alright. Alright, I love you. Alright, bye.
Alright, so I definitely don't think that this is ball lightning. And honestly, ball lightning is pretty much still kind of a theory. I mean, some scientists will talk about it as fact, but the plain facts are that this so-called ball lightning is rarely seen. There is supposedly maybe only 1 or 2, maybe 3 images taken of ball lightning ever throughout history. And one of the things we've noticed, and this is identical to other pieces of footage that we've posted on, where these objects will move, they will maneuver, they will go into the storms and vanish, they will come back out, they will move with purpose. And as you just saw in this footage, this object is definitely moving. It maintains this green aura around it, this green glow, and it's perfectly circular in shape. I highly doubt that it's a drone, and I don't know anyone who would be bold enough to fly a large, and this thing does look large from the distance, expensive drone during a thunderstorm. And again, since this footage has been out, and it's been out for some time now, no one has come forward to say, yeah, this was a drone, this was my drone. The only speculation and the theories on what this thing is either ball lightning, which I'm not buying. This thing is moving and maneuvering, or just a plain UFO. I mean, it's unidentified. So, captured in Arizona. Anybody else who has some more footage of these things? I know we've posted probably 3 or 4 different pieces of footage from all over the world showing these things appear and disappear. And it's very strange. We're seeing a lot more of them. We've been seeing a lot more of everything recently. I mean, just so many UFO sightings, so much more activity has been happening. And it kind of makes you wonder, because if we are being watched, the beings who are visiting us and who are watching us may be waiting to show themselves at a time when we are a little bit more enlightened and we are a little bit more accepting and understanding of the fact that these things likely exist. We are not the only ones in the universe. We are not alone. And I feel like, especially over the past few years, millions of more people have been opening up. They've been researching into this topic. They're opening their minds and finally coming to the same conclusions that we all do, which is that there's no way we are alone. And it seems that as we, as a community, as one big global community, are opening our minds to this possibility, it almost seems like these things have been showing themselves more and more. But again, what we do know is that the activity has been ramping up, so let me know what you guys think about this. Now, here are a couple of images I wanted to show you guys, pretty interesting, that were emailed to me by Mr. Roden, taken on July 18th, of these very strange clouds over India. Very strange clouds, he said. He ran in to get his camera after noticing these strange lights and cloud formations that were appearing. And so he shot them over to us, and we are showing those to you now. Now, whether this is a natural phenomenon, which it likely is, it's still pretty cool. And it just shows you some of the effects that you'll get when you combine the sun setting with these cloud formations and varying atmospheric conditions. You get a lot of cool effects in the sky, this being one of them. So kudos to the viewer who sent these in. Pretty cool images. Now, the imagery that you're seeing here has got a lot of people, including scientists, wondering what caused this massive, and I know you guys like that word, massive whirlpool to appear in the Atlantic Ocean near the bottom of Africa. And that's what we're wondering too. So this imagery of this colossal vortex, this whirlpool, spotted 500 miles off the coast of South Africa, which, by the way, this whirlpool that you're seeing here is as large as a state. That's how big this thing is. And according to scientists, such a massive whirlpool, again, the size of a state, like the state of Ohio, has never before been recorded from a satellite. So this was captured by NASA's Terra satellite that was passing over the South Atlantic Ocean, and it beamed back these images of the Earth, and of course this view of this stunning giant whirlpool. And all of the scientists who were watching this thing were completely flabbergasted by the sheer size of this thing. Another odd thing about this whirlpool was the fact that it was glowing blue, which was also very strange. Why was this thing glowing bright blue? They have no idea. And they've said that one possible explanation could be due to the fact that this thing was so massive and had such a force behind it that it had sucked up a very large gathering of phytoplankton, which are these microorganisms that live in the ocean that emit a glowing blue light. So it's possible that these phytoplankton got trapped inside of this thing and were carried across the ocean. But again, scientists still don't understand how this thing and how such a large whirlpool could have been created. Now, this actually reminds me of something. I don't know if you guys know. I know a lot of you are new to the channel and this research. But a couple years back, there was a big news story about this anomaly that had appeared in the Gulf of Aden. And they had called it, or it was dubbed, the Gulf of Aden Stargate. And what they had found was that there was this large whirlpool, or vortex, that had appeared in the Gulf of Aden. And there were hundreds of military vessels that had gathered to the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean and were basically surrounding this thing. And there was a lot of mystery behind it, and we never really heard what happened after that. There was a lot of secrecy around it, and it was just very strange. People were saying that it was a portal or a stargate that basically just appeared in the ocean, and again, surrounded by military ships from varying countries and jurisdictions. So it reminds me of that, and scientists have said that a phenomenon like this could only be caused by a large underwater earthquake. They compared this whirlpool to the one that was created as a result of the magnitude 9 earthquake that devastated Japan back in 2011, if you guys remember. But that whirlpool and all of the other ones that they've recorded completely pale in comparison to the sheer size of this one captured on this satellite. And there was no earthquake that would have been large enough to create such a whirlpool that happened near South Africa. So again, very, very mysterious. Could this be another Gulf of Aden situation? Very, very strange. The ocean, I mean, we've talked about the ocean a lot. I mean, it's completely undiscovered. We don't know what's down there. 90% of it is uncharted, uninvestigated, unexplored. And we don't know what's down there. And a lot of people have theorized that there are alien bases down in the depths of our ocean. And we've seen a lot of strange activity in the ocean. We've seen UFOs coming out of the ocean and jetting off into space and vice versa. And they are known as USOs, or unidentified submersible objects. So I would not doubt it. I mean, that would be the perfect place to hide in plain sight. I mean, we have a huge mass of water on our planet, 90% of which is unexplored. So you can only imagine what's down there. And that brings us to our next story that we wanted to talk about, which was this new finding that comes from scientists of the Ocean Exploration Trust, who were on a research vessel called the Nautilus, where they discovered this strange glowing purple blob at the bottom of the ocean. And you're seeing an image of that here, and here's a little clip of the video when they had discovered this thing.
Bridge nav, can we move 5 meters south and hold position?
Unless the crab gets it
crab
first.
might get it
We might be in an all-out battle here right now.
Alright, zoom in again.
no.
Come on,
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm almost never referring
What
to
if
a
it's an
crab.
egg sac of some sort?
It could be. I mean, it's just
Because it's got a little embryo type
Well,
thing
I don't know.
inside.
Maybe it's a spider egg sac.
Let's leave it then. We don't want to mess with
I
spider
mean,
eggs.
maybe he's. I mean,
They usually have them on their underbelly and their abdomen.
Yeah.
They carry them around.
Yeah.
So they were observing this thing on the camera, on their remotely operated underwater vehicle, which they were using to study coral. And they saw this thing peeking out from under these rocks here. And I'll post the link to this video. You guys can go and watch the whole thing, where you'll hear the scientists talking about what this thing could be. I mean, they have no idea. So they may have just discovered a whole new species of organisms down there. And at one point, they say it looks like it could possibly be an egg sac of some sort. But it's very, very strange. So head over and check out that video when you're done with this. I love new discoveries like this, and I'm very interested and intrigued by our mysterious oceans and what's in them. So do check that out. Now, I want to show you a real quick video that was sent to me. A viewer of ours had actually created a video. He witnessed a sighting, but he didn't have a video camera to record it at the time. And so instead of just writing me an email and giving me a summary of what happened, and this is really cool, he actually created a video and actually made like a little stop motion animation showing what these UFOs that he had seen did, made a wonderful video describing it. And I just wanted to show you guys, I love this stuff, and it definitely gives you an idea of what to look for. So check this video out. Now, wasn't that cool? So, I mean, that's taking initiative. And if you have the skills to the point where you can make a video like this, I mean, it's not very hard. This will definitely help others who may have seen the same objects better than simply writing a couple paragraphs describing what you saw. So this is awesome initiative by this viewer. Big thanks. It gives you a perfect idea of what he saw over the Sacramento area, and definitely gives you an idea of what to look out for. So lastly, I want to show you one more piece of video here that was emailed to me of some very strange lights near an airport that seem to just hang out with planes passing by. So this is in Quincy, Massachusetts, and the source of the video said that he saw these small red glowing objects sort of sitting in the sky near these passing planes who are landing at this local airport here. And you're seeing there's a few objects in the distance here. I'm not sure if these are planes coming in to land. I believe one of them is, which we see later in the video. But you'll see toward the end of this, the viewer zooms in on this red glowing object that just seems to sit there, and you can see this passing plane fly right by it. And the object does not move, and once the plane passes it, the object then begins to slowly head down for the tree line and disappear. So, it's a nighttime video, and we're going to zoom in here for you to show you the best view of this object. But the source said he saw this strange red light in the sky that displayed very odd movements. He said that it would move to the left and then quickly upwards in a straight line, kind of like in an L shape, he said. This thing moved. And as you saw in the video, these planes are heading in for this airport, and he zooms in and gets a decent shot to where we can at least see the object right as this plane is curving in to land, passes right by it, and the object just sits there. And afterwards, the object begins to descend, heading down to the horizon, to these hills below. So very strange. I mean, what could this thing be? It's also very strange that this plane went right by the thing. I mean, I know that these airline pilots, they are always very aware of things that are in the sky and will not hesitate to divert their flights if there is something on radar. So then it begs the question, was this thing, whatever it was, invisible to their radar? And so the plane didn't even realize it was there. Man, I really wish I could talk to the pilot of that plane to see if he saw the object. Because, again, this thing was right behind it. The plane passed near it, and it's just mind-boggling footage. So big thanks to Clay from Quincy, Massachusetts. If you guys have seen these things near Logan Airport, shoot me an email and try to capture some footage of the thing. So, very strange times indeed. Big thanks to all of the sources who sent me in footage. We have a lot more to talk about, and new videos are in the making as we speak. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter for updates to when new videos are coming, and I'll see you back soon with much, much more. Stay safe, guys.